Welcome to the Explainer. You know that feeling when you think there's gotta be some deeper meaning to life, but it just feels out of reach? Well, today, we're diving into a really powerful framework from the book Dance with the Elephant. It promises to help us find that meaning. And it all starts by facing the very things we tend to run from so we can live a more authentic, fulfilling life.
So what is this framework, really? At its heart, it's way more than just a philosophy. It's a practical guide. It's all about getting to know yourself on a deeper level, building stronger, more meaningful connections with the people around you, and, consciously creating the legacy you actually want to leave behind. All right, here's our roadmap for today. First, we're going to identify the elephant in the room. Then, we'll accept an invitation to the dance. After that, we get a super powerful tool called life's cosmic equation. We'll then look at the pillars for the journey that hold it all up. And finally, we'll wrap our heads around what it really means to build your cosmic legacy.
Every great story starts with a call to adventure, right? A moment that just shakes things up and makes us see the world in a new way. For this journey, that call begins by staring down a universal truth that we almost never talk about. This whole idea isn't just some abstract theory. It's rooted in a deeply personal and, frankly, powerful story. The author, Don Calhoun, was a memorial counselor, helping families through grief. But then, after the sudden loss of his own brother, he found himself on the other side of that conversation. And that experience really forced him to see how badly our society struggles with talking about grief and loss. We treat it like this big, dark secret. And that's the whole point. The elephant in the room, as he calls it, is our collective fear of death. We just avoid it. But the book makes this incredible argument. By refusing to talk about the end of life, we're actually stopping ourselves from fully appreciating the incredible gift of being alive right here, right now. Okay, so if we stop running from the elephant, then what? What's the next step? Well, the book's answer is really beautiful. It's an invitation to dance with it. But what in the world does that actually mean? Dancing with the elephant, it's this metaphor for embracing all of life's music. Not just the happy, upbeat songs, but finding the rhythm even in the tough times, the drama and the trauma. Instead of trying to ignore the difficult parts, we learn to move with them.
And we can break down this idea of life's music even further. You've got the low-frequency vibrations. Those feelings like fear, shame, or guilt. And then you have the high-frequency vibrations. Love, joy, passion, all the good stuff. The real art of living, according to this, is learning to keep dancing even when those slower, sadder songs are playing.
So, to navigate this dance, you're going to need some tools, and the authors give us a really powerful one. It's a simple but surprisingly profound little formula for understanding our true impact on the world. Okay, check this out. Our legacy, it isn't just some random thing that happens. It's an equation. It's our inner creative power, plus our ability to make conscious, receptive choices, plus our faith in the whole process. And when you take all of that and multiply it by time, that equals your life's legacy. It totally reframes it as something we are actively building every single day. Now, a journey like this, it needs a solid foundation, right? So along with that equation, the book gives us two core principles or pillars to guide us along the way. Think of these two pillars, respect and trust, as the absolute essential supports for this whole journey. The book even compares this to traveling down the yellow brick road, and these pillars are what keep that road from just crumbling right under your feet. So the first pillar is respect. That means really truly seeing the inherent value in every single person and their unique path without judging them. The second is trust. Trust is the glue. It's what holds our relationships together. And the book argues that you have to give it freely to unlock real growth and genuine connection with people. Okay, so let's recap. We've faced the elephant. We've learned to dance. We've got the equation, and we're leaning on these pillars. So where does all this lead? What's the final destination of this whole journey? It all leads to this, your cosmic legacy. And listen, this has nothing to do with being famous or making a ton of money. It's all about the meaningful, positive, and lasting impact that your life story has on the people you connect with and on the universe itself. This whole journey, it isn't just for you, it's for the we. And so we end with this question. By finally acknowledging the elephant in the room, our fears, our mortality, we are finally free to hear all of life's music, the good, the bad, all of it. And once you can hear it, you get to choose how you dance. You get to build a legacy that really, truly matters.
We have built our world on a high-stakes assumption that our industrial momentum is as unsinkable as the steel hulls we once set into the Atlantic. But the elephant in the room has grown too large to ignore, moving out of our private shadows and into the center of our lives. This is the meta-crisis, the tipping point where the stories of endless growth collide with the physical limits of our planet. It reduces us to passengers, waiting like roadkill on the side of a life we no longer control, paralyzed by the headlines, watching for the next wave to break. Yet when the ship finally cracks, the passenger's role ends, and the adventurer's begins. The very failure of the old world becomes a direct call to a planetary adventure. This is the invitation to step out of the heavy aura of the past and into the absolute power of the present moment. The Lifeboat Mini Course is your immediate, structured transition, a free 5-day journey delivered to your inbox to transform global anxiety into local resilience. As the unsinkable systems fracture, we must stop asking for permission and start acting as co-creators of the cosmos, mapping a new way forward through our own backyards. Day 1 begins with an audit of the invisible, the energy and water systems you rely on every hour, yet rarely ever see. Day 2 forces a change in your geographical lens, challenging you to locate your true home within your watershed and local bioregion. You won't navigate this terrain alone. You will receive daily study guides and synthesized patterns designed to cut through the noise and reveal the architecture of change. Day 3 asks you to practice active hope in a world facing ecological overshoot. Day 4 introduces the demanding standard of revolutionary love. By tracing the water back to your neighbor's tap, you move beyond the narrow walls of self-help and into the expansive, interconnected practice of systems health. The climax arrives on Day 5 with the introduction of a specific framework for your future, the 9x21 harvest. You will commit to 9 concrete actions to be executed over the next 9 days, weeks, or years to build your cosmic legacy. You will then write the 7-generation letter, speaking across time to a resident of your town in the year 2026 to explain the uncommon choices you made today. This legacy is a unified dance, a work of restoration that cannot be built in isolation. Who is your mutual guiding spirit in this transition, and which 9 things will you choose to do? Stop waiting for the headlines to crush you. Sign up for the Lifeboat Mini Course now. Access your Day 1 materials immediately and join the community hub where the next story of our world is already being written. You can remain tied to the illusion of a collapsing global credit card, or take this course to begin building real systems health today. The Earth is tired of the lie. It is time to dance with the truth.